as you go in close, you can see all the different layering and how I'm trying to make each area of the picture interesting. Now in the face, notice how even in the darkest accents in the eyes and the lips, all of these things, they hold together as a whole. They're not as dark as in the photograph. I haven't let myself go pure dark because I want that to hold together, and that's a lot more the way you'd see it if you were painting from life. Now when you have a smaller painting and a smaller head in a larger scene, that effect will be magnified. You'll see this in Zorn paintings a lot. So you see all the textures, and you see how I'm trying to make it interesting on all the different levels. And I'm losing a lot of soft edges within her face. I'm not going in there and detailing out all the anatomy of the nose. I mean, the lips, really, when you see them close, the eye sockets, they're really amorphous. But seen from far away, it gives you that sense, and you can really see the layering of paint and the different subtle versions of colors. So I love close-ups. Now this is what you get when you see a painting from life. You'll get a sense of this as well as seeing the whole painting. It's more difficult when you put a picture on Instagram or Facebook to see this. When you have the full picture, it's so small that you don't see the texture, you don't see all of that. So that balance is what I'm trying for in this painting. The balance between the abstract areas, which they're nothing. I'm not painting any specific thing back there, with a very specific face and person and the mood. And even from the photograph, I've changed her expression slightly to have that slightly more pensive mood. She looks a little happier in the photograph. Now these are close-ups of just the abstract. That is what I'm always going for, and I know I harp on this, is to try to make things look interesting on their own, even if you see them out of context and you don't know what they are. They're interesting and they're fun. So that's always the balance I'm going for. It's not enough for me to simply make it look like the thing that I'm painting. I'm also trying to make things fun. And so, I don't want to stop only at the abstract, because then I don't have the emotion of the actual subject. So, but I love the excitement of the abstract. That's just that paint that I took off my palette and put in there. So each brushstroke, I try to make them interesting in their own right. And then frames, of course, are the same thing. I mean, they will create a different mood for a painting, depending on which frame you put on. This in a gold frame, this in a really dark black frame. They'll all have a different mood, and so I'll often try different frames on things and see what works. This is from AU Frames. I love Stephen. He does everything handmade there, and I've never had a frame crack from him either, by the way, over like things I've had 20 years in the studio. He just does the best job of anybody that I know. And remember, this is a quote that Mr. Parks, our teacher in life drawing, used to put up on the wall or on the door when we first came in.